Parliamentary Finance Committee demands clear guarantees to resume oil exports from the region that would likely be an exchange rate for determination of the precise clarifications and guarantees. It looks to be a timing thing now for Iraq to expose a new exchange rate. Question: when the auctions end, then we get a new rate? Marks: they are supposed to. It may take a few days without the new rate so they can let things stabilize, but then bam, we get a real effective exchange rate. At least that is what they have been telling us from Iraq. Television says the matter has been resolved. There is no money dollar currency auctions platform anymore after 20 years. Frank: no wonder they're showing you the old lower notes. Firefly: this is from the CBI spokesman. Frank: this is an official source then. They're over. Get prepared everyone, because this time it's coming. All protocols have allegedly been met and everything is ready to go. I've had many on a conference call and they all said that we are about to go anytime right now, and many are pointing to the 1st and 2nd of January 2025. Iraq is international. So is your currency. So is your banking structure. Your new exchange rate will be the cherry on top of everything that Sudani has accomplished for you citizens. It will bring you purchasing power, security and stability from the enemy that stole your money all these years, and it will be a very strong relationship with the United States of America. They're talking about the issuance of money, and aren't we waiting for a new exchange rate? Yes, we are. I think that's the whole premise here. They're getting rid of the dollar auction. Now it's called the currency window. No wonder these guys in the street are nervous. About 5 months ago, the Central Bank of Iraq discussed ending the currency auctions as we know them. This is a significant step, and several additional steps have also been made to move the banking system forward. 2025 things are changing. There was a lot of news out of Iraq overnight, 20 or so stories at least on ending the year, starting the new year, and the platforms. My takeaway is they are going to need the new value because of the new system. They have created this new system, and now is the time to breathe life into it. In the coming days, without auctions, they are going to start operating like any other country with a standardized banking system. This is part of their white paper reforms. We are about to see a huge step for Iraq. They are using the old lower notes to introduce the new lower notes to you Iraqi citizens. This news about Iraq to end the dollar currency auction by the start of 2025 probably is not credible, accurate news. We won't know until January 2nd if they do or don't stop the currency auction. We'll have to wait until January 2nd to see the credibility of this news. The date for closing the platform is fixed. It will not change and will not be extended. The banks have been preparing since the beginning of this year, when Governor Ali Al-Alak announced his intention to close the platform. They have a fixed date according to the article. Saleh said starting January 2, 2025, the Central Bank of Iraq will no longer directly sell foreign currency. Emo, this is the last foreign currency auction. There isn't a reason for mentioning the minting metal coins. If there's not going to be an exchange rate change in the very near future, the country has not used metal coins for about 20 plus years. They took metal coins out of circulation back in 2003-2004. If they're not going to be minting new coins, or possibly have done so, there would be no need to have a focus or even a mention of it at this point in time today. Metal and coins would not be needed. If they're not going to change the value of the currency, they probably didn't have a need to focus in on it. Alak is talking about a big party they're having right now at the CBI for all the CBI employees who have worked so hard on the process and on the development of a new currency. They are celebrating along with the US Treasury delegation here on a visit. Frank, I will admit that's pretty cool. It's also a telltale sign. That's why the US Treasury is there. The redemption centers will Have a Delaru machine to count and verify your currency. They'll offer you a contract rate, which is the per barrel price of oil that Iraq is selling their oil for. Let's have a really beautiful, safe New Year's Eve. Economic expert Nabil Lolly confirmed on Wednesday that the government's announcement to start, since the beginning of this year, completing the infrastructure to connect all border crossings, by starting to use the IQD automation system, will contribute to achieving significant financial resources for the public treasury. Al-Lolly said in a statement to Al-Maluma agency, completing the linking of border crossings with an electronic system called IQD is a qualitative leap towards eradicating corruption, in addition to the fact that it will provide the public treasury with high financial resources. He added that the application of automation at border crossings will achieve automation in ministries and institutions, including the e-government project, and provide electronic payment services. He pointed out that implementing it will contribute to enhancing transparency and accountability, simplifying procedures, facilitating services, and reducing bureaucratic obstacles, in addition to establishing good governance and combating corruption. It seems that Iraq is not destined for stability and peaceful living, as it awaits, in addition to the challenges that are now considered normal and ordinary, major and worrying challenges, some of which are unprecedented, starting with the beginning of the new year 2025, according to observers. Observers stress that the Iraqi government must quickly implement political reform and unify ranks and words to save the country from these dangers. Triple challenges in this context. Political analyst Golip Al-Dumay says, Iraq faces many challenges in 2025, including security, economic, and service-related challenges. Al-Dumay, during his interview with Shafaq news agency, considered that the most prominent challenge is the security challenge, especially after the recent sudden events that took place in Syria, and the concern that it has created among citizens and the authorities in Iraq. He added, as for the other challenge, it is the economic challenge, especially after Trump announced his intention to work to end wars, including the Russian-Ukrainian war, and thus it may lead to Russia's return to the global oil market, which causes a major setback in oil prices. He continues, at a time when oil constitutes the largest proportion of the Iraqi budget's resources, this is the greatest disaster for the Iraqi people, and it may lead to serious repercussions on the street, public opinion, and the popular position on the government. Regarding the third challenge, he says, it is the services represented by providing electricity, which is a serious challenge for the Iraqi government. Al-Dumay believes that if the Iraqi government is able to confront these three challenges, it will not be harmed by any other dangers. New and unprecedented challenges for his part, political analyst Okhil Abbas said about the challenges that await Iraq in the new year. There are normal challenges related to governance, generally linked to the state's failure to perform its normal, natural tasks, which are providing services, industry to provide job opportunities, the rule of law, restricting arms to the state, and so on. Abbas told Shafaq news agency, these challenges have been ongoing